welcome to the deep dive. We're here to pull out the key insights from interesting sources, basically giving you a shortcut to getting up to speed.
That's the goal.
So today, we're looking at this really fascinating find about a plant, Graptophyllum Pictum. It comes from Notes on Gardening, Part 611, by someone named Ang, published just recently, July 31, 2025.
Very current.
Yeah. And our mission, really, is to unpack how a simple observation, in a home garden could actually reveal some surprising things about the plant, and maybe even hint at a whole new way to grow it.
It often starts small, doesn't it?
It does. And there's a contradiction right at the start. Something thought to be fast maybe isn't. But then, surprise, it's fast in a different way. Okay, let's dive in.
Well, what's really fascinating, I think, is how Ang's work here just underlines the value of, looking closely, even in your own backyard.
Yeah.
It's a great reminder that big insights in horticulture, or, well, anywhere, really,
Right.
they don't always need fancy labs. Sometimes it's just about having keen eyes and questioning what everyone else accepts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's right where Ang starts with this plant, Graptophyllum Pictum. The common idea is, okay, fast grower. But Ang actually observed it in their own garden and found it, quote, relatively a slow grower. It's that willingness to trust your own eyes, isn't it, that sets the stage.
It absolutely does. Telling the difference between, let's say, anecdotal claims,
Yes.
what people just say.
Yeah, hearsay almost.
Right, versus what you actually see consistently, empirically, that's crucial in gardening and botany. Ang challenging that common idea based on what they saw, that's what opened the door. Without that first step, that little bit of doubt.
The real discovery might have been missed.
Completely missed. Yeah.
And what a discovery. This is where that close observation really paid off. So, okay, it's a slow grower overall, fine. But Ang found its, and this is the quote, surprisingly quick to root through water propagation.
Ah, now that's interesting.
Very. We're talking roots appearing after just 3 days. 3.
Wow.
Just soaking cuttings in plain water. And get this,
Yeah.
without any rooting hormone.
Okay, that is fast.
Ang even noted they were small, round roots. Specific detail. So 3 days, plain water. For anyone who's tried propagating, that sounds almost too good to be true, right? What's so special about that time frame?
Oh, it's a game changer. Seriously, 3 days
Yeah.
in just water. No hormone boost.
Right.
Most cuttings, especially the sort of semi-woody ones like you might expect here, they can take weeks, sometimes months, and often you need that hormone dip just to get them going at all.
So this plant is just naturally gifted at this.
It seems so. It suggests an incredible natural ability to, take up water and initiate roots really, really quickly. Think about what that means. It's not just easier for someone wanting another houseplant.
No.
Imagine large-scale nurseries. Or maybe even urban farming setups. If you can root things that fast,
Yeah.
you could speed up production cycles dramatically. It's about efficiency, potentially big efficiency gains.
Okay, so Ang establishes this super fast rooting power. And then their mind takes this leap. They started wondering, based on this, if the plant could maybe be grown directly on a square sponge placed atop an outdoor pond.
From observation to innovation, I love it.
It's a jump, isn't it? From rooting cuttings in a jar to growing on a sponge in a pond.
It is, but it makes sense if you follow the plant's strength, if we sort of connect this to the bigger picture. Ang's idea, growing on sponges and water, it's essentially an alternative growing method. It reminds you of principles in, soilless growing, maybe simplified hydroponics, without needing all the gear sometimes.
Right, using what the plant does best.
Exactly. It leverages that unique strength, the super fast water rooting, and just bypasses soil altogether. Think of the potential pluses. Nutrients could come straight from the pond water, maybe fewer soil-based pests.
That it might look interesting, aesthetically.
It would be quite unique for water features, yeah. It really shows how just looking closely, being curious, it can spark a whole new way to cultivate something. Tailoring the method to the plant, not the other way around.
So, let's bring it back to you listening. What does all this mean for you? Why should you care if one specific plant roots fast in water or, maybe grows on a sponge?
Well, I think the bigger takeaway is that innovation isn't always about huge budgets or complicated tech.
Right.
Often the really useful insights, the ones that might genuinely change how we do things, they come from simple, direct observation. Like Ang in the garden.
Just noticing something different.
Exactly. And those observations, they can open doors to new ways of growing things that might be more efficient or use less effort or even just look cooler. It reminds us that nature, even in common plants, probably still holds secrets. We just need to, well, look.
And that really brings us to the end of this deep dive into Eng's notes on Graptophyllum Pictum. It started with just a personal observation in Notes on Gardening, questioned common knowledge, found an unexpected strength.
Your rapid rooting.
Right, and then sparked this idea for a totally different way to grow it, on a sponge, maybe.
A fascinating little journey.
It is. So here's a thought to leave you with. Next time you're just observing something, maybe in your own garden, maybe just walking down the street, consider what surprising little details you might notice. Could they lead to a new way of seeing things? Or maybe, just maybe, a whole new way to grow a plant.
What hidden potentials are just waiting right under the surface?
Something to think about.